I always reference a client that I started Microloc Extensions with many years ago. And I'm so excited that she's joined us today. Those who may not know me, I'm Jessica, founder of Naturally Beautiful Hair Care and Microloc Mastery, coining Microlocs out of Brooklyn, New York in 2009. And this person actually is a throwback to those early days. Without further ado, to give her update and share just how her journey was, because this is something a lot of people look for, but for her to have the 15 years in, I think that is great. Let's go ahead and bring Angela on.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Thank you
Angela.
for that warm welcome. I just made a little commitment to myself. When I turned 50, I didn't care what was going on, what job, I was going to lock my hair. So I did research about 3 years prior, and I was infatuated with the small locks, which everybody probably heard of, the sister locks. However, everyone that I called, pretty much said that they wouldn't do the extensions. I didn't want to wait for her hair to grow. And so I just had a bright idea, and I said, well, I used to wear micro braids. Let me just Google micro locks. And that's how I actually came in touch with Jessica. And I had a consult with her, and I was just so taken with her passion for hair. And we had that consult. I told her what I wanted, and she had been trained, in the extensions, but I was going to be her actual first client, I guess, of a full head of extensions. We did it, and as you can see, I started out pretty, short, and I didn't like the stage at the time. Now I wouldn't mind going back. You need to embrace all stages. I couldn't wait to get a ponytail, but now I'm like annoyed. The hair is very long, if you guys can see. Yeah, it's pretty long. So, I'm constantly, I have it out because I'm on here today, but normally I have it up, looking for different ways to style it. And I was even asked if I wanted to cut it the other day. I'm here in the state of North Carolina, so I had to find someone down here. And it so happened this young lady was trained by Jessica. But I haven't cut my locks at all. I actually went to Jessica after she did my hair. She maintained my hair for a few years, actually. So I didn't have any problems, and I got a lot of compliments on my hair. And what I appreciated with Jessica, like I said, it was her passion, because I think at the time, I don't know if you had a master's from Columbia University or something, and everybody, your family was getting her like, why are you doing hair? But this was her passion. And I'm so proud of her that she stuck with this, and she's built a great business. But if you guys have any questions for me about my journey, I can say this, that Jessica uses a tool that, I guess she came up with, and it's a small, interlocking tool. And my hair was basically groomed with that for the first few years, by going to Jessica. And then I guess pregnancy happened and different things. Jessica moved away, and so I had someone else doing the hair. And different people want to use different type of latch hooks. And I noticed the difference in the locks in that newer growth. But I would say from probably here on down, that was Jessica's growth before I actually had someone else do my hair. And I've been pleased. And when I had the initial install, I thought, they might start falling out here. I had absolutely no issues. I mean, they grew beautifully, and I think there's a certain brand of natural hair I think that you use too, because you actually, I think Jessica made the small locks and did the attachment, everything. I don't know what she did, but whatever she did, it was great, and I was pleased, and I'm still pleased years later. And I've only had two other people actually put their hands in my head, and both of those people complimented my install. They like, your grid is still, whatever. So I think that's an important part of who you let start the initial install of your locks, as to, how they'll grow and how you can maintain them. I wanted to show my hair, like I said, I don't usually.
Oh, yeah, let me take. Hold
I'll
on,
show
let me.
you now. If you can see the light, can you see? Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it. Yes, I removed myself so you can be full.
Oh, okay. So I just want them to see the length of it, where it is now. As compared to where we started.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
she said, that's something new I learned. I had no clue that the tool mattered in the health and longevity of the locks Akia was mentioning. Yeah. I think so. To rewind a little bit, and I appreciate you. Just appreciate you coming on and showing your hair because, we're all up in your business now about your hair. And
You know,
but
I'm sorry.
but I do appreciate you being honest about because I know a lot of people sometimes have unrealistic expectations about even getting extensions and making it the volume different than what their hair is going to grow out. And
Mm-hmm.
you and I both have in common a thinner type of hair. Like I told
Right.
people, we achieve volume in different ways. And so I really appreciate you coming and being honest about um, you have the length and your volume, your density pretty much is the same, as
Well,
what.
I'm getting older. I mean, I don't mind. I'm 64 at this time. So, I look at my mom's hair. Oh, and just so you guys know, my hair was loved so much, and my mom was so against locks all these years. After I had my locks for like 9 months, Jessica installed my mom's locks. And hers are just as long as mine, but she actually's cut it and it's actually grown even more. But she has the problem in the crown.
Right.
Like I said, a lot of that could be hereditary too. We're not as young as we used to be, and I always had a fine grade of hair.
Yeah,
So yeah.
definitely runs in the family. Same with my mother and my edges. But yes, I remember your mother, and so we did a partial extensions on your mother in certain
Oh, that's
areas.
right. She had, yeah, she
Yeah,
pretty
but
much had mostly her hair.
you said she was against you getting locks, and then she saw
Oh,
your
for years.
hair.
Yeah, yeah, well, you guys, like I said, I'm 64. This wasn't popular in the
You were
70s. Like, you're not getting ready to do this. And I wasn't even, they didn't have these fancy things. I was just basically not combing my hair. I was going to do, the dreadlocks. Okay. So it was like, no way can you walk around like that. How are you going to get a job? And it was true. Things were different then. And I hear now, even in some states, it's like not accepted to have locks and things in the workplace. So, we've
Mm.
come a long way, but we still have a long way to go with it.
Yeah, I think it helped that we were both in Brooklyn. That we were in Brooklyn.
Mhm.
It did feel very much more accepting to have natural hair, but at the time, it still was. I could still see how you could not want to announce that you had extension. Now, people, it's a whole different
Well,
viewpoint.
no, I see. I'm amazed. I go in the beauty supply store. I
Yeah,
mean, they have locks. I was like,
yeah.
matter of fact,
Lock
let me
wigs.
share a story. About a month ago, I went in the beauty supply store, and a young lady walked up to me. She said, "Your hair is beautiful." She said, "Where did you buy it?" And I was taken aback. I said, "No, I didn't buy it. I grew these." So, they're selling all kind of stuff now. Yeah.
Right. Yes. So I love the fact that you could grow. You can grow hair that is feet long, like multiple feet long. Your hair's probably 3 feet long, and just having a little of support of the added hair, how you helped nurture your own hair growth. Your hair grows
Right.
faster than my hair. Your hair outgrew my hair because I
Right.
know we were
Jessica had
connected.
lots when I started. Yeah, you
Yeah,
have your shoulder
they
length. I
were
don't know
new.
what happened.
Yeah, they were about a year or so when I
Yeah.
met. And then by the time you got to year 10, or we both, you had outgrew me. And I was just like so amazed at the process. I wish that I had more pictures. And I feel like I have some somewhere, but I've been combing through old phones, everything, and I can only pull up what I did. I'll show everybody again.
Yeah.
But it was just, oh, somebody said beautiful afternoon. And it's crazy. How did you connect with the Microloc Mastery Certified Pro where you were? Did you just look, or how did you?
No, actually, I was just calling people to see about getting my hair retightened, and a couple people I didn't hear back from, and this young lady, I heard back from her, and I went down to meet with her. So happened she's from Brooklyn, so we connected, and then as we started talking, she told me she trained with you. So I was like, okay. But a lot of people move away from the training because, like I said, she feels more comfortable using the latch hook. But she does have your tool, and she did ask if I'd prefer to use it. But unfortunately, the person before was using the latch hook. But it is a difference in how your locks grow because at different stages, the locks, they swell and different stages. So I just noticed a difference, and I think anybody that has the patience to use the tool, I think it would be good to continue that over a process because it's going to make a difference in the maturity of your locks and how they look.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting you said that because when we teach, we advise, using the tool we teach with, but people do have a freedom, which is different than sister locks. We're not locking
Right.
you into the tool, but I do want people to know that there are still noticeable differences that people are noticing. Someone here agrees in the Facebook group. The thing is, I always think you can go back to the original tool,
I would
if you
like it. I think the latch hook makes it look more stringy.
okay. So someone wants to know, did you eventually cut off the extensions and what that process was like?
Actually, some of them just developed. They pretty much grew out the extensions. Yeah, they were. I guess the extensions were probably this amount of my hair
I'm gonna
down
so
here at the bottom. They were about this length. Yeah. But yeah, most of them they just pretty much grew out, or they on the end. Some of them got cut out.
yeah.
Yeah.
I did your hair for about, I feel like at least 4 years before
Yeah,
we.
for a while. For a while.
It was probably a little sooner than because I got like within a couple of years I got knocked up. No, and I had my
That's
daughter
what happened.
messed up my business. No, I'm just she already knows this is not nothing. But no, it threw me off track with a lot. So I know that at some point we separated, and then you moved, and I moved like
Right.
5 times. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. So that's how I know that nurturing your locks. So in the beginning did matter. When I tell people who are looking to get extension work to stay to try to stay with someone for a period of time, especially when they know what they're doing, they can go ahead and address the issues instead of you coming to me just for extensions and then bouncing into someone else who, like you said, may not know what to do, uses a different tool possibly, or doesn't understand proper tool usage. And I think you agree with that.
Right, yeah, I'm finding that even now because I broke or popped a couple locks that need like reattachment.
Yeah.
We're like halfway, and a lot of people they don't know how to do that. They don't know how to reattach the lock or different things of
Okay.
that nature. So I've gone like in the back. I probably have a good row where
Right.
they've been out for a while, but I always tell don't put it in with the other locks because then you're thinning
They
my
can-
thing out. So I'm going to find someone. I might even try to get up to Jersey, but
Okay.
yeah, just to get that done. Yeah.
Okay. They want to know, can they zoom in closer? We're kind of being all in your hair,
How do
but
I do this now? What do you
no,
want of
you
my
good. I'm
hair?
gonna take
Y'all
myself.
want to see hair, right? I don't know. Can you see? I'll stand up. I can stand up and move back. Okay. Can you see? Can you see okay?
I can't see, but I have to get off the screen so to make you bigger.
Oh,
So
okay.
wait, maybe there's another way to do it, and you can hear me. No. So I'm gonna get off the screen real quick, and then
Well,
we can,
I'm just gonna stand so they want to see the hair. That's why I have it out. Usually I have it up on the top of my head. But yeah, if you can see the hair. Well, I don't know which one it's from. I'm not used to being on camera. Okay, there we go. That's my hair. Probably needs a little bit of a trim.
I have a question for you. When did you notice all the extensions were coming off? Around what time? Like what point?
Oh God, they've been gone.
I know, like within the first year, was it? Or I can't
Yeah,
remember.
they grew out because as you can see, my hair grew pretty fast. So yeah, they were gone pretty quickly because they were like maybe I'm gonna hold it up. Maybe about this length.
Yeah. You
They
had
were
about
maybe
6 inches,
they were
especially
maybe
yeah. At
yeah.
the top they
So
were longer. That's why I said
they
4 to
started growing. I'll say this. Once I got it, it was so nice because I had bangs and fluffy and I could do all of this. And I was like, oh, I can't wait for it to grow. Can't wait for it to grow. But um, it grew pretty fast. As far as me being able to put it up in a little ponytail because that looks longer there. But they were actually, my hair was still pretty short, and it had a little curl to it. Um, yeah, as you can see, even there, when we went to that hair show there, they were still short. I might have had them pinned up a little bit, but I don't know. They just took off and they just started growing within I'd say within the first, what, 3, 4 years? right? That was 2017 right there. So
Okay.
there, they had already grown out. As you can see, they were, probably a little bit under my breast area.
Hmm. They would
Yeah,
get quickly to your waist. I remember. Yeah, there.
yeah,
Yeah.
they were moving out. Yeah, that was
Love
2017.
the bathing suit shot. You had to make the whole tropical. This looks so gorgeous.
I
Yeah, I love this picture of you. Oh
didn't
my.
have a lot of, I lost phones and stuff. I don't know where all my pictures are because I
I,
had some when they were, when they were shorter, but
yeah.
they're pretty fast
Um,
though.
okay. Someone had a question. They heard others who had extensions always have issues with them staying in, especially when they wash their hair. Did you have any issues as your hair grew with the extensions?
I didn't have any problems at all, and I was very surprised. So whatever method, and I don't know how to do the reattachments. I did take Jessica's class as far as
Yeah.
tightening locks and so forth. So I don't know what she does, but I didn't have that problem at all. And initially, I think I was so scared. I think maybe the first couple times when I was washing my hair, which I didn't wash my hair very often, which I didn't have to. I used to clean my scalp like with a clean rag. And that's another thing. I swore by Jessica's oils. I love them. And
Oh,
I used those religiously for the first few years, probably. I didn't put in a lot of product in my hair at all, just the natural oil. So I didn't have buildup or anything of that nature. I've even ordered products from Jessica, not long ago, before I
yeah.
came to North Carolina. Um, yeah, but I didn't have that problem. I didn't have any problem with any coming out or anything of that nature. And it was very natural. I didn't have that problem at all. And like I said, I did put, like, I think my first or second shampoo, I think you instructed me to put a stocking cap on or something. I think I might have did that in the beginning and washed it. I don't remember. I might have did that in the beginning.
You might have did it on your own or you got it from
Maybe.
I might have
Yeah.
told I can't remember. Maybe I just say to keep them.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe the first or second time. After that, I didn't have any issue. I would wash it, but then I didn't do a lot of manipulation of my hair either. I used to always keep a silk bonnet on at night. A lot of people just want to be
Mhm.
wild with their hair, especially once you put it in because it's like such a sense of freedom. But you want to make sure that you're using a silk
Yeah.
satin pillowcase or satin bonnet or whatever, and take care of the locks while they are cultivating. Right, that's the word for it. Yeah, because
Right.
they're going through stages of growth, so you want to take care of them, and I wanted to take care of mine. I wanted them to look nice once they grew out, so I tried to do what was required. And like I said, I wasn't a person that washed my hair every week or every 2 weeks. I used to just make sure my scalp was clean, and I used the oil, so I didn't have buildup in my hair because that's strictly all I used were the oils that Jessica sells.
I
And
I remember you did not have any buildup when I did
no,
your
because
hair.
I didn't use any other products in my hair. I just used the oil, and that was it.
Oil.
And
I
that's
didn't
all
tell
I do
her,
now.
y'all, to promote. I didn't tell her anything to say that at all. And it's funny because you did religiously order the hair oil. And the people
Yeah,
who use it, I've noticed that their hair has grown. And not just, I'm not trying to act dumb, but you know how you have a product on the side, you don't really promote, but kind of promote it. And I was like, that your hair grew so fast. And I'm like, you only use the oil. And I keep telling people less is more. But thanks for that plug because
and
I'm
I
making
feel so crazy because you know what? I go back with Jessica so far to the beginning. I was helping her bottle her oils, put them together. I said, I can't remember what she put in it. All I remember was one ingredient.
the grape seed.
Yeah, because I love the smell of the oil. It was a light oil, and it did my hair fine. I don't know. It might have been the oil because that's all I used. I really can't say that I used any other product in my hair at all.
Aw, yeah. Yeah. Can y'all make a rating on the site or something? Let me know that you like it. Thank you.
No, it's really
But
good and it smells good too. But it's a really good. It's really
but
good.
I thank you. I do always tell people that less is more and to stick to because I being a product junkie is real and I was that. But this oil, like I purposely formulated it so it can have what we need without buildup. on our hair. I want to ask you. Somebody has a couple people have questions. They later they want to know if you could show the back. I don't know if you showed the back before they asked,
I thought
but
I did, but yeah, I'll put it
yeah,
in the
we'll
back
do it
as
again
well.
before she goes, y'all. She'll get up and do it.
I'll show you
But someone went to. Oh, okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me get myself.
the back. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, that's the back.
Okay. So
Mhm.
Angela started. They asked what year did we install them. So I'm gonna actually say it's close to 2010 because I had to do the archive. I
It
was
was
like,
close to 2010 because I was 50 years old. It was I think I came on my birthday on
the
November the
beginning of
1st because
20.
that was a promise to myself, and I just turned 64. So yes, it's been
It
like
was the
14
beginning.
years.
It was around I feel like around March because we over that summer is when we had made your appointment. We decided because we were outside or it was warm when we were outside. Anyway, I said 2009, but it's actually early 20 around early
Well,
2010.
it was 2010 around November.
Oh, it was November.
Yeah, because it was my birthday. I remember it well. It
Oh,
was my
okay, you
birthday,
remember.
November the
Okay.
1st.
So now we are at 13 years. Then it will be 14 years. Okay. So I said nearly 15.
Right,
I have
almost there.
my year, 1 year off.
Hmm.
But I'm glad that you're verifying it. But still over 10 years ago. And then if you already provide the information, yeah. So that's when we installed it. And then they asked, can the extensions be added to existing locks? Yep. They can be and they have. While I was pulling up pictures of I had a client after Angela, not right after her, but a following client who extended sister locks. I showed that picture in the last live, but I'll do it. I can do a follow up another time. I just have Angela's pictures. So yeah, she started fresh from her own hair. But you can also use these techniques to add. So we were able to create her grid, which is really good. We were able to custom size it and address the areas, even though if there was areas that were a little bit thinner, we were able to make them size them a little different to give her a little more volume in those areas. And someone says, "Oh, they love the oil. Thank you. I need this oil." Yeah, I'll show you. Well, it's the oil. It's on our the Microloc Extension site. It's on the naturallybeautifulhaircare.com site. What advice, I guess, would you give, additional advice, because you've given some great advice already, would you give to people who are asking and inquiring about this service based based on your experience?
I'm still trying to find someone on Jessica's level, to be honest. I mean, I'm here in North Carolina and I'm willing to try and get to Jersey at this point.
Just
But because it's important for people that really have a passion for doing hair and not just say, I'm just going to tighten your hair. Like, I mean, I'm not going to call any names or anything, but someone that's doing my hair, hey, I go sit down. They just start. Well, I'm like, how do you know if you're missing something? You're just here, and then you're over here, and then there's like no order. I mean, and you can tell when people you can feel when they really don't care about your locks. When you see I have maybe one and it broke off, whatever, you're not even trying to, do anything about it. So I don't know. That's all I can say about that. But I just
okay.
think it's better to stick with one loctician that really is interested in your hair, that you have that good feeling about it. And that's one thing that really I was pleased with Jessica. She really had a passion for this to where, you left behind the good job, and you're like, you want to open your own business and where you wanted to take this. And I remember family members like, oh, you're crazy and all this stuff. But I'm proud of you because really, I remember from when and what you wanted to do and where you are now. And it's a beautiful thing. It really is. So as far as Jessica's concerned, I don't even know if you're even doing hair on that level anymore. You're probably doing more training and teaching. But if you can find someone that possibly that she is trained that has that same passion for hair and are really following her techniques and using the tool, because I swore by that tool, and I to me I saw a difference in the growth of like right here, because when the people start using the tool, to me it thins the lock out. I might be wrong, but that's how it looked to me. as far as not using the tool.
It's
So
interesting you say that. I keep going off camera just so that you could be bigger for people to see,
you
zoom
know,
in.
I don't like to be seen, so this is like a first job.
I'm
Everything else,
so
I always
excited.
have my camera off. Jessica knows.
Y'all don't understand. Like I was like, this is bigger than I was like, they can't really understand. But Angela volunteering, and Angela's a strong personality. And I remember when I first did her hair, do not tell people I got extensions. Like she was so and I was like, oh my gosh, I felt like I
I
had
didn't
a
even want to have my picture on your wall in the shop.
flyer. I remember on the flyer, she was like, you put my picture on the that's why I showed it and I laughed. So, I mean, she's not playing. And I told her not, we didn't even connect before this live much. We just were texting. I just said, just share about your experience, whatever it is. I was open for her to come in here and say, hey, I fell out, whatever. But she's just being 100% honest and letting y'all look at her hair is major. And I appreciate you, Angela, because a lot of people, I do too. I feel self conscious about certain things about my hair, whatever it is. And for you to just be able to allow people to see it, and I tell people, this is a real person. Like we see all these pictures with all this full hair. There's a lot of comments coming. I'm about to pop them up on the screen for you. But child, you got a lot of comments coming in. Someone
Oh,
said,
really?
"Yes, I stay in North Carolina. You have to love what you do and find a person who loves what you do."
What
Um,
part of North Carolina?
I'll scroll down and it'll probably answer it. I don't even know who asked that. I'm in London. I wish to learn and know more. There was a mention of particular tools maintains the locks different. Yeah. I even in the some of the free stuff I talk about or the boot camps, you learn about tool types. Oils are great, but depending on hair texture, some require more moisture than oil. It needs to be a balance. The thicker, more tighter curl patterns usually require more oils, where fine hair with the looser curl pattern requires more moisture than oil. Either way, using only a carrier oil is I don't know who wrote that comment, but yes. And Angela has
I
a
like
certain
to comment on that one because I mean, hey, I haven't been to hair school or natural hair school or anything of that nature. All I can tell you is how it performed on my hair. But I do believe that a little bit of moisture, whether it's I don't know what you would use, water or something. I don't know, maybe distilled water or something might help the oils to seep in more. But I can just tell you from my experience of growing these locks out, um, the essential oil that Jessica uses. I don't know what, like I said, I don't even remember what we were putting in it, but hey, I don't know the formula.
on
But
the label.
all I can say is my locks, always, I get compliments, always back then I got compliments. My hair maintained, it was light, it never had buildup in it. And I guess it depends too. If you have more of a traditional lock, and like my mom's hair is different. My mom has thick 4C hair, I don't know. Maybe it would require something different, but just based on my experience with my hair, the oils work perfectly, and I think that's all I can attribute to because that's all I used. That's all I used. I didn't mix and match a bunch of stuff. I just used the oil, and that was it.
Yeah, I get the point they're making because we don't want people to just start taking bottles of oil and dumping it on their hair.
Yeah, no, you need moisture.
And we use it strategically, and often we use it as a part of a regimen. So sometimes I use it with the hot oil treatment. I tell people I use the oil after I wash it to seal
Right,
it. So Angela was doing some of those same things, or spot oiling,
right.
because it's infused with essential oils and aromatherapy based, but it's not just the aroma that's the therapy; it's the actual nutrients, and so that was seeping
Mhm.
into her scalp, and the oil was just the carrier, like someone said. So yeah, very important. Passion is a must. Absolutely,
Mhm.
you can't fake. You only can fake for so long. Like if I'll just leave it there. Do you have a woman training your method in London? Um, there was interest. There's a long. I always want to say so much. I can talk. But I'll just say there was interest, but then I think that I told y'all before there was a masquerader of what we do and pulled in some people. in that area. So if you do see somebody in the area, they're not in our program. They're in the program that was named very closely to ours. But we want to build up in London. I actually had a ton of interest. And when that whole legal thing happened, and I was like, that's what happened. So I say I don't even have to tell y'all all that, but I'm saying that to say um, we we have people trained all over the world, and is London is welcome. We have Africa representing. So people are going to Ghana and Nigeria. We have people representing, and also Canada, France. So we definitely, I think France might be the closest that, but yeah, we definitely want to. Someone is laughing at some comment someone said earlier. Stars. Oh, y'all don't have to send stars on Facebook. It's an automatic message. It's weird. You are beautiful, and that hair is everything. Nia's telling you.
Not
Angela
to
looks so
talk about
crazy.
you.
It's about
Your
you.
hair is great too.
You. Oh, you. Yeah. Leland, North Carolina is you asked if it's
Leland, okay. I don't know. How far is that from Fayetteville? I've heard of Leland. I'm in the Fayetteville area, so I'm not far from Raleigh and maybe now.
but Angela, you've been trained to do reties, so you know.
I know I need to get with it, right? Maybe I
Maybe
need a little refresher. No, I know. Yeah.
yeah, you would if you wanted to, I would, refresh you and Angela could come in snatch up your new growth. Great. Oh, thank you. But it's Angela's caretaking because that's a long time. And most people don't even keep their locks that long. And for her to have hers, both your hair is very lovely. Oh, thank you. I love doing locks. I love to teach my clients how to keep their locks healthy. This is why I'm on Jessie page. Oh, thank you, Jessie page. I love it. Yeah, Africa, Frida. Hey, Frida. Yeah.
No way.
It's so
Yeah.
we are so happy. Yes, thank you for sharing your journey, your
You're
story.
welcome.
We want some updates down the line. If there's any updates you want to give me, I'll pass it on to the audience. Um,
Absolutely. I don't mind even coming on a little bit further. I might curl and do something. I don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, somebody wants to cut it, but I don't think I'm
yeah,
cutting
maybe make your like you said, make your way up to Jersey,
it. Yeah.
and then we could do a if you care to share, because sometimes people like to share when they're in the chair. You know.
Right, right, right. Yeah, we can definitely do that. I promise we can do that. So if I make it up there, you could definitely do that while I'm in the chair. I won't be shy now.
Okay. I know it was. I was like, she's not letting me tell nobody. Oh, thank you so much for sharing. Through the years, Angela's hair has grown so much. Y'all remember that picture I showed y'all with the 4 to 6 inches? Her hair was on the thinner side, which I can relate to. And these are some vacation photos. She is thriving over a decade later down to her butt. So the extensions helped her. I know some people want to see long extension. I know, but she was my first one. Now I do have. Let me show y'all this flyer. I do have someone that I did super long. This is an old flyer, y'all. Okay, this is when I did Angela's hair. So we going back 13, 14 years. This person on the right, top right, and the left were full head, but there was a half head lock weave with extensions. This is a flyer circa 2010. She landed on my flyers, and there was some other reattachment restorative services that I was advertising. And so all this came up in the archive. I did lock weaving. So it was a technique that I termed lock weaving, microloc weaving, where you create locks where there is no hair to put locks, but you're not gluing locks. You're using techniques that are very customized to that person so that they can kind of manipulate and move it around. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining and being so kind to Angela. This was not easy for her. I like to show all real people, all different types of hair, and I love the people that are so gracious to share that because it's not hard, it's not easy. It's hard out here sometimes when your hair doesn't look like the perfect picture, and but you have such great success with it, and it's just doing so much for your confidence in your life, but it's like, you know it just doesn't look like those perfect pictures. Like, comment, share. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful Monday, and I'll be back soon. Bye.